is APM software reshaping the way energy companies manage asset strategies and optimize maintenance programs?
To answer that question, I think it's important to look at history. Historically, if you look at the main hurdles that any asset-intensive organization face, is like a three-legged challenge. It's minimizing the risk, reducing the cost, and improving the reliability. Over the years, the hurdles have remained the same, but we have added more complexity due to the new challenges. For example, the increasing cost pressure on oil and gas companies, the requirement to be energy efficient to meet the net zero goals, and finally, the aging workforce with the risk of loss of knowledge in general. With that said, we have at GE Vernova started building asset performance management 25 years back in 1990s. And when we built it, our vision was to tackle the three-legged challenge. So I'll connect back to the three-legged challenge. As I said, we have only added new layers of complexity with the growing technology, with like AI, cloud, convergence of IT and OT. And keeping that in mind, we started developing the enterprise suite of solution, which includes APM Health, APM Strategy, APM Reliability, Predictive Analytics, Mechanical Integrity, and APM Safety. The beauty of this is that these are not standalone applications, but these are all interoperable, which means that it talks to each other and provides the most value to our end customer. We are also leading the way on how we are packaging our deep domain expertise into something called accelerators, which is nothing but prepackaged content, so that the implementation or the time to value is reduced further, and thus adding value to our end users.
What are the key innovations in asset strategies and mechanical integrity that make necessary safety and compliance programs more effective and efficient?
Going back to the three-legged challenges, out of the three, which is minimizing risk, reducing cost, and improving reliability, risk is a non-negotiable. The world have shown us the consequences of undermining safety risk with the Bhopal gas tragedy and the Gulf of Mexico incident. Keeping that in mind, in early 2000, GE Vernova started developing two critical solutions. One is mechanical integrity, the other is asset safety. We have one of the world's leading solution when it comes to mechanical integrity. The reason being, we have the best-in-class risk-based inspection program, which is API 580 compliant, and we have a solution which is certified to API 581, which is an industry standard. We also have a leading industry inspection database management system, which not only help you manage your regulatory inspections, but also help you to track the anomalies which you detect during inspections. Along with that, to supplement your visual inspection, we have a very robust corrosion monitoring program, which helps you calculate the remnant life based on the measurements that you collect from the field. And again, as I said, all these modules talk to each other, and that's why we call it as a mechanical integrity suite of solution, which is very rare in today's industry as an offering. As we look at the new complexity that I mentioned, which is the aging workforce and the latest inspection technologies, we have also invested on new technologies called Integrity Mobile, which is nothing but a mobile solution which helps our inspectors to collect the data while they are in the field with all the necessary information what they need to have when they are collecting data. And also we launched something called 2D visualization, which is a schematic view which help you contextualize the data that you're collecting on an image. So those are the two key areas where we have invested and launched two new products in the recent years. But we have not stopped there. We are continuing to invest in the space of computer vision and analytics as we speak. I do want to add two more quickly to it. We are working on a pilot right now, which is called the Smart Selection of Thickness Monitoring Location. So one of the challenges when it comes to mechanical integrity program is to select the right thickness measurement locations of an asset. While risk-based inspection tell you what percentage you should inspect, there is not a good solution to identify which ones. So we are providing an analytical tool which help you select the right TMLs that you should be inspecting based on your previous historic corrosion analysis data. So that's one element that we are currently investing on. And the last but not the least, we are investing on a defect elimination program. With our strength of IT and OT convergence, the ability for us to bring the data and identifying the right asset for reliability improvement programs is of utmost importance to our customers. So that's one more space where we are constantly innovating.
How are advanced analytics, AI, and other emerging technologies integrated into applications such as APM Integrity?
When you talk about advanced analytics, AI, and the latest technologies, how it is integrated to APM Integrity, I can give you 3 use cases of that. Let me start with advanced analytics. One of the use cases that we cater to our matured customers is called Integrity Operating Window, which is nothing but is a asset health backed reliability program to help manage your corrosion as a failure mode. In order to deploy the solution, we have to ingest time series data, run analytics on the big data, and generate auto alerts so that the analyst can take action on top of it. So it's important to always connect the technology with the use case. So when it comes to big data, the first use case that I can say in Integrity is Integrity Operating Window. The second one, we have launched a new solution called Autonomous Inspection, which is backed by computer vision. In that, the use case is when the customer is uploading images, we have the ability to auto-detect the components, like if it's a pressure vessel, piping, or if it's an insulation, and also identify the failure mode, which is external oxidation. It not only identifies the damage mode, but also it classifies the severity of that damage mode, whether it's really bad or you can wait for some time. So the classification helps you to decide when you should be acting upon it. So that's again putting computer vision, which is one type of analytics or AI tool, to a use case, which is to easily identify a damage mode called corrosion or external oxidation. And the third use case, which we are currently working on, is connected worker, which is nothing but how we are able to connect with robotic inspections. So as you can imagine, with the latest trends in inspection technologies, one of the method that we deploy is robotic inspection. It could be drones, it could be robotic crawlers, or it could be any medium where we are generating unstructured data like text, images, audio, etc. So with the cloud capability, we have the ability to ingest this unstructured data, make sense out of it, and generate alerts so that you can take action on it. So I would just say these 3 are classic examples which connects back to analytics, AI, and some of the trends that we are seeing within APM Integrity.